It looks tiny, Tommy.
Huh?
It looks tiny.
Yeah, cool. Bye-bye.
Right, so hello everyone and welcome back to a very short and unplanned video, because as you can see we have Yamaha's MT-03 in front of us. So I thought right this morning, not even thinking about taking one of these out for a test ride, and then saw that a dealer near Burnham in Malden had a Yamaha live day on, so I thought I'd pop down and see if they had anything I could have a go on. And I was presented with this. Now this is a very interesting bike to me, because this is one of the bikes I was considering before getting the CB500F I have at the moment. So finally being able to get on one of these is quite interesting. I haven't got my GoPro on because this wasn't planned, so I'm just going to stand there and talk about it. But yeah, let's just get started basically with what I think. First of all, it's a bit smaller, not in just engine size, but physical dimensions of my bike. That was the first thing I noticed, because when you sit on it, the tank's a lot wider than my bike, I'd say, but on my bike, the 500F, this is a, what year is this? 24, whereas, and my Honda's 16, so there's the comparisons for you to draw. Feels like you're sitting in between the tank and the back seat on my bike. It feels more comfy, whereas on this, it feels like you're sitting right on top of it. Now, that might just be me. I am 6'1", I don't know, actually, what have I got, about 34-inch waist, I think. So someone a bit smaller might find this a bit more comfortable. Second of all, going off the comfortableness of the bike, the seat is not as padded as the 500F, I'd say. It definitely feels like your ass is going to get sore quicker on this, but like I said, that might just be different depending on how tall you are and how much you weigh. What do I like about this bike? Well, I must admit, the looks on this are great. I do still like the look of this bike. Would I get it in black? It does look nice in the black. Well, obviously you've got the grey with the blue and the red, which is now just blue. There might be a third colour option, I'm not sure. I think for a very short while they did this on the grey and the light grey and the red, but that was very brief. But yeah, what else do I like about it? I mean, the headlight on this is just, I actually do quite like that. I do think that is amazing. What do I like about it? I mean, for, what was it, a 321cc engine, pushing about 42 horsepower. It's a lot more revvier than my bike. It revs to about, let's turn the dash on. I think it's about 13,000 revs. The fans come on. So it revs more than my bike. Let's turn it off, because that's gonna get annoying. But yeah, I like how the revviness, to be fair, for a stock exhaust, it sounds a bit whiny, but when you get it in a sweet spot, it pops a bit, which I was surprised by. So I imagine with a Black Widow or something, that actually sounds quite nice. It doesn't feel sluggish. You'd have to work it a bit more compared to the 500, but what do you expect? The dash, actually, going back to the dash, is quite nice. So the seat isn't bad, and I'm starting to get, I've been in it for now for about half an hour or so, I'm starting to get more comfortable with it. The mirrors, let's go on to negatives. The mirrors are shit. I don't feel like I feel like you're gonna need bigger mirrors. I can't get them at a right angle where I like them. Going off with the gears, getting on it, when I first took it out, it was a bit iffy trying to get it up in the gears, because I was struggling to actually get my feet under this to put it up, but I'm starting to get used to that now. Downshifting, now I don't know how to rev match. That doesn't seem to be a problem on my 500, whereas in this I feel like it jolts a bit more, but that probably is just down to my skill. What else do I want to say about this? So I've got to do this really quickly, because this wasn't planned. I've got to have it back in about half an hour, and I've got about a 20-minute ride, so what else do I like? Obviously, yeah, the seating position's a bit different to my one. I feel like you're right on top of it. I feel like, for me, I'd need it a bit longer and a more padded seat. Other than that, the brakes were fine. I mean, this brake lever feels a lot more comfortable to grab than on my 500, but whoever had my 500 before me has put some knockoff adjustable levers on it, so that might be part of the reason for that. But yeah, I do actually quite like this. So this is a very short video. I've set up some flybys and stuff, but I literally have no equipment on me. So yeah, I'll jump back on it, and if I think of anything else to say, oh, actually, real quick, I jumped on this, and the dash was in kilometres, so I had to pull over and change it, and had to work out how to do that. But other than that, it's all fine. Actually, going real quick, I feel like that could be a bit bigger. Like the buttons could be a little bit larger, because I feel like I can find them, but yeah, a bit larger would be better. Especially with my gloves, they're a bit thick. At least I'd say they were. But yeah, in fact, I'll tell you what I'll do real quick. We'll start it up and you can have a listen, and then I'll throw in a comparison to what my one sounds like. Obviously, mine's got a black widow on it, so not a completely fair comparison, but here we are. Let's give it some rev. Don't know how well that's going to pick up on the phone mic actually, but yeah. Right, I'm going to head back out on this now, and if I think of anything, I will let you know.
A few moments later.
Right, and we're all packed back up. So, now that I'm back, what do I actually think of it? Fun, too small for me personally. Definitely a fun bike. Another thing I forgot to mention, the tyres, because they're a bit thinner than my bike, I think. So, it doesn't feel as stable, but it feels more light and nimble, so I guess it depends on what you want. But I'd say this bike is probably better for someone who's a bit smaller than me, but then also someone who maybe hasn't gone above a 300. So I feel like it's, yeah, it must have been on a 500, it feels so much better. But yeah, fun little bike. Thank you to QBS Power Sports. And yeah, they've got quite a few things here. But right, with that, fun little bike, time to go home.